Sports.
The talk this season for Ohio State, how are they going to replace 16 starters? But with great recruits and Urban Meyer at the helm, the Buckeyes should be just fine. To Columbus we go. Urban Meyer led Ohio State into action for the annual Scarlet and Gray game. OSU set a national record with 100,189 fans in attendance as a 3-0 game. But the Gray delivers the first touchdown of the game. Malik Hooker picks off JT Parrott's pass, cuts back across the field, and houses an 82-yard pick six. Look at that boy go. The Gray squad leads 7-3. And then minutes later, they're back on offense. Joe Burrow floats one over everybody and into the hands of Torrance Gibson. The 18-yard touchdown makes it 14-3 Gray squad. Then Burrow goes back to Gibson, this time with a shovel pass deep in the red zone. Gibson walks it in from 2 yards out to make it 21-3 Gray team. The Scarlet fight back. Mike Weber grabs one of his 2 touchdowns in the game just before the first half ended. Then later on, it's 21-17 still in favor of the Gray. They threaten again, but Jerome Baker ends the threat with a wicked one-handed interception. However, the Scarlet turn it over on the next play, and the Gray capitalize. This time, Burrow looks to Terry McLaurin. He makes the grab, breaks the tackle, and finds Pater on the 47-yard play. The Gray squad wins the spring game 28-17. Eddie Kilroy's in Columbus with more on the Buckeyes.
Thanks, John. The Scarlet and Gray entered the spring a little green, having lost 16 starters for the upcoming 2016 regular season. But in front of just over 100,000 fans, the next wave of standout Ohio State football players put on a show. And that pleased head coach Urban Meyer.
We certainly don't lower our standard just because a player moves on. That's not what this place is all about. And so that's what I like best, is the fact I saw some guys perform.
The big concern on offense was the receiving core, which graduated their top 4 targets. Torrance Gibson had the best day with 6 catches for 50 yards and 2 touchdowns, but there's still room for growth according to guys like quarterback JT Barrett.
There's also another learning opportunity. It's like a practice, like I said. So with those guys, being able to see, and there were some reads that I messed up on, of course. There's some things I could have taken that were open instead of trying to go for the big shot, but there's always something you can learn. I think it just be able to see that on film for a lot of those young guys and be able to see, like, hey, you need to be here, and same thing with old linemen. Well, this is what you need to do here and this and that. So you're able to see that.
The defense also showed flashes with 5 interceptions and 6 sacks, and even though they're replacing 8 starters, the Buckeye defenders believe they'll be ready to lock down opposing teams this fall.
The strides we made this spring, I feel like it was a step forward. I mean, we took a couple steps back, but I feel like in the end we took more steps forward, and we'll continue to do that in the summer.
Even the special teams unit impressed head coach Urban Meyer today. Kicker Sean Nurenberger connected on a practice 57-yard field goal attempt in the first half. And now we wait for Buckeye football to return. Ohio State kicks off their 2016 regular season on September 3rd with Bowling Green. In Columbus, Eddie Kilroy, your News Now Sports.
Thanks, Eddie. Now to the College Diamond. UNOH hosting Concordia in a meaningful game for the Racers. Recently, head coach Corey Cartman lost his mother to ALS. The Racers raising money for ALS awareness, which is donated in his mother's memory. 5th inning, Joe Boboa dealing heat, 11 strikeouts through 5. And then up in the bottom of the frame, Jeff Cardenas, he doubles the left. Brett Atkins comes on in to score. UNOH wins the first game 9-1. And then right next door, UNOH softball riding a 6-game winning streak. Let's see if they can make it 7. In the 5th inning, Emily Rockman rocks one back to the pitcher. Miranda Stansberry comes on in to score. UNOH trails 19-8. Still working at that lead. Kaylee Keller puts one back to the first baseman. Mallory Huber comes home. Coach Kaufman sends Allison Brickle on her high horse as well. They make it 19-10. But that would be it. Racers lose 19-10. On the hard courts, the UNOH men and women hosting Indiana Tech. 1 doubles, Tommy Johansson at the front of the net. Look at that beauty. Forces the opponent to make an error. They go on to win 8-6. 2 doubles, Theo Bawden with a powerful forehand into the backcourt. They sweep 8-0. Girls 2 doubles, Raquel Marquez with a similar powerful forehand into the backcourt as well. They win 8-4. And then in 1 doubles, Kate Bondarenko attacking the front of the net. Vicious slam. 8-4 in 1 doubles. They sweep the doubles matches. And then on the high school mounds, we have a battle of unbeatens. Bath hosting St. Henry. Wild pitch. Ryan Gossard comes in to score. Bath leads early 1-0. And then Andrew Jordan hits one down the third base line. That's good enough for Cam Clark to get caught in a pickle. He avoids the first tag. The play at the plate. He's called out. St. Henry with 2 outs in the inning, but Bath gets some more in the frame. Bo Gross going up the middle. Renner comes on in to score. A sliding Johnson from second. He'll get in as well. Bath wins 14-8. They also take the first game 8-2. Over to Ed Sandy Field. Elida hosting Spencerville. The 1976 state championship team honored before the game. Hunter French on the hill. He gets a Bulldog swinging. Scoreless until the second inning. Scott McDonald line drive up the middle. Cade Parker. He comes in and adds a run to the board. Elida up 3-0 at this point. Moments later, Owen Anderson, he singles the left. Riley Bartle scores on the hit, and so does a hustling Austin Morrison. Check out those wheels. They score 6 in that inning. We'll have your final at 11. The girls' turn. Bath also hosting a triangular with Archbold and Findlay. This game against Archbold in the 5th. Abby Kozar on the mound. This one gets away from her, and we have another pickle in Bath. Kozar to Heidi Craddock to Annika Heminger. They get the out. Wild Kittens still trail 3-1 into the 6th. Brittany Ulmer hits one down the third baseline. In comes Britt Falder. Tie ball game at 3s. We go into the 7th. Kozar dialing up a K, but the Wild Kittens, could not hang on. They lose 8-3. And as for the Reds, they had their game. We'll have those highlights for you at 11.
Thanks, John. And coming up after the break, a medical procedure on a rodent, not a human. We'll be right back.